Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and we've got a reading for you about a love that may be turning a little obsessive, a little bit clingy, a little bit smothering. This doesn't have to be a romantic love. This could be somebody who's struggling a bit to step back with regards to parenting or even trying to be a good friend. Sometimes you have to let your friends learn their own lessons, right? But there's somebody here who's like, you know what? This is just like a little bit too much. I'm going to need you to take it down a notch. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of sunshine time or a lot. Hello, Jess. I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day. I thought I was ready to not wear my sweatshirt, and I was wrong. I'm still cold. I'm still so cold. Okay, we're better now. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? I wouldn't say you're clingy. I mean, So we've got somebody here that is maybe a little bit too available, too excited, too demanding. Ah, you're such a lingerer. I don't even know if those are the right words. All right, this is the Earth and Bone Oracle. We have number 12, which is the Rider, Rider. And underneath that, it says movement, quick decisions, progress, and excitement. And we also have number 15, which is migration, initiate, beginnings, freedom, adventure, and first step. So there's something here that has just started. This could be a new connection. This could be somebody who's a parent for the first time. This could be a new job where you're like, dang, I didn't know you needed all of my information, or I didn't know you would be that demanding of my time. But it's like, all at once, everything shows up, or all at once, your schedule is dominated by this, relationship or this commitment that you have. All right, this is the Tattoo Tarot. What else do we have? Hello, Hope. How are you doing? The Snickle Fritz. That's funny. What else do we have? 10 of Wands in the reverse. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Judgment. This is somebody who can't help themselves. It's taking me back to high school when, maybe I was hanging out with my best friend and there's this crush that she has and, oh, should I text him again? Should I wait? What should I do? So there's questioning that implies this person is not super adept at this, right? I don't date a lot of people. That was high school. It was like her first crush, right? This could, like I said, be a new parent, a new job, but it's like anything that goes just a little bit wrong, somebody is overthinking and wondering what's going on. Did I make the wrong choice? Whew, it's a lot of anxiety. 8 of Wands in the reverse, 7 of Wands in the reverse, 9 of Pentacles. There's just this issue that whoever this person is trying to be there for or trying to be connected to, doesn't have to be romantic, this person is quite independent in a way that I don't think our Empress in the reverse really understands. They may feel like they're just demonstrating how much they want to be there for somebody, but they're not getting a response, or they're feeling like somebody isn't, as involved because they're dealing with a person who values their alone time or who can entertain themselves. This person may have a lot of other obligations. So the 9 of Pentacles is the person who's feeling like the Empress in the reverse needs to kind of tone it down a little bit. Hello there, April. Hello, Diesel. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Michael. How are we doing today? Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Death, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. There could be a little bit of a fear of abandonment here, where even though it hasn't been a long amount of time, or even though, you just saw or talked to this person, or you just held the baby, you start to wonder, okay, is this going off course? Did I do something wrong? Are you mad at me? Are you hungry? There's like anxiety and restlessness, maybe even somebody pacing back and forth. And with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, it's like, I don't feel like no matter what I do, like it's enough, I don't know what to do. There's like a lack of direction. How do I handle this? Three of Wands in the reverse. 10 of Swords in the reverse. I think this is just a difference of pacing. If this is a romantic connection, there's one person who likes to go after what they want and they don't really hold back. And this Nine of Pentacles person is like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be 30 minutes late for meeting you, but I stopped and smelled the flowers that I saw on my walk over here and I got a little distracted. So we could have somebody that's a little bit more linear or analytical, a little bit more, King of Swords vibe, on time, right? And then we can have like a Nine of Pentacles. Granted, those are grounded people, but I'm getting more so somebody who is like distracted with this card. And so it feels like this Nine of Pentacles has maybe a practice of meditation. Maybe they like to do yoga. Maybe they dance every day. Maybe they take their dog for a walk every day. There's something here that is built into the schedule, it feels like, for this Nine of Pentacles that drives this other person crazy. Like, but I can't call you then, or I can't text you then, or you're not available then. It's like, that's the point. But that's by design. Hello, Jeanette. How are you doing? Oh, I didn't know we were just going to go right into swearing. But if that's the case, see you later. We don't do that here. Welcome to my channel. Okay, this is the Tarot of Denial. Sorry, Tarot of Denial. All right, so we've got the Two of Pentacles trying to establish some stability after dealing with something that has been pretty challenging with the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So our Empress in the reverse, who's been struggling maybe to give a little bit of distance, has some issues here in terms of reading the room, or doesn't maybe know what the preferences are of this Nine of Pentacles. It feels like if they have a conversation, things would be able to be worked out, but there's a lot that's just kind of unanswered in the air. And this person may be taking offense, or maybe feeling like they're rejected, or they're not really supported by somebody, when that's not the Nine of Pentacles intentions at all. They didn't realize that that's how this Empress in the reverse might look at it, right? So we could have somebody that employs the silent treatment. We could have somebody who feels like they have to pull back, or they have to control what's going on, because they don't really know what's going on in the Nine of Pentacles mind. What can I do for things to get back on track? Because we had the Six of Swords in the reverse. Now we have it in the upright. I just want to make sure you still want to hang out, or I just want to make sure that we're still on good terms, that kind of thing, right? Hello, BB. How are you? Hello, Grants. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad you discovered those. What else do we have? We have the King of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. We already had the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Why are we avoiding this conversation? It's like one person is off kind of daydreaming about things, the Nine of Pentacles, and this Empress in the reverse is, well, I have something to say, but I don't know if it's the right time. I should say something, but I don't know if that person wants to hear from me. Maybe I'll save it until the next time. But this conversation is important to have because it's causing some paranoia or anxiety or frustration that doesn't need to be there, because this individual just needs to know that the Nine of Pentacles is interested. And I think they are. They just have different ideas of how to pace this. Devil in the reverse, Empress in the reverse, Knight of Cups. So if I let go of my fear and decide to approach things with a positive, open mindset, let's talk about it. What's going on? I just want to know what's normal for you. What do you need? What are your boundaries, right? We have the Lovers, Nine of Cups in the reverse, Hierophant in the reverse, and the Sun. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just about kind of changing the perception or adjusting expectations, because if I expected to spend all 7 days of you being back home in town to visit the family with me and not seeing any of your friends, that was probably unrealistic, right? You do probably want to see some of your friends that you haven't seen in a while. Or, hey, even though this is a really fun new flirtation or whatever's going on, I want to spend time with you, but I also have other responsibilities. I've got to do the dishes, I've got to get my job done, mow the lawn. There's somebody here who's saying, I have to be realistic about what time that I put towards this, but I don't want you to think that I am not choosing you. So Hierophant in the reverse, the Sun. It's like, we just have to kind of find a way to make our approaches or our perspectives communicate a little bit and find some common ground. And even though it may not be exactly what it is that this Empress in the reverse would like to hear, I want more time, I want more effort, or I want more, cuddle time, whatever it is, I can take what you're offering, because at least now I know it's not that you're frustrated or that you don't want to spend time with me. I know where you're coming from now. I know what else you've got going on or what other responsibilities you have, right? We definitely have a little bit of overthinking. So I'm going to pull a few cards from the Overthinkers Oracle. Not from this, but I appreciate the faith. What else do we have? We have soulmate, and I'm going to confess everything. So remember that a soulmate does not have to be a romantic connection, right? You could have a best friend that is your soulmate. I'm sure there is a couple of you that already feel that way, right? But there's somebody here that is basically trying to figure out, do we approach this the same way? Do you feel the same way? We might be different in terms of what type of attention you seek or what your love language is. Or, maybe we're friends and you just don't have as much free time. But we have somebody that wants to have a conversation about expectations or what you want going forward. We have, this time I promise you my actions will match my words. This is from our Nine of Pentacles. I know that I told you I would be more available, or maybe you were hoping I would answer your phone call or invite you out, and I didn't. This Nine of Pentacles is wanting to be clear that they're going to make more time and prioritize this person. This could be, like I said, the new parent that's saying, okay, I wasn't sure how much this would impact my routine, but I'm going to give more time to my family at this point. Incoming communication. I love you so much, though I never expressed it. So there's just a need to get some emotions out, right? If you don't have those conversations and you let that stuff just kind of build up, it can cause some elephant in the roomness. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. This is, well, I call it the noisy deck, but I think technically it's called the classic tarot. Hello, Jane Doe. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Jessica. How we doing? Knight of Wands in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Moon. There could be an assumption that was made by the Empress in the reverse that somebody was shirking responsibility, avoiding interaction, playing hard to get, or not doing right by you because they were actually dealing with a sorrow or a disappointment, maybe even a betrayal, or recovering even from like a sickness, and they didn't really talk about it. So there's something here. It feels sad to me, to be honest. I don't feel like for everyone it's like a health or medical thing. I feel like this is somebody who was taking time for themselves, not to be rude or to, make somebody have to kind of like work for it. This is somebody who needed to mourn or address something, think through something. And it feels like a loss or something that happened unexpectedly that really did throw them for a loop. And once they're able to process this, they're able to have more time, or they're more open-hearted, right? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Six of Swords in the reverse. We've gotten that Six of Swords every time except for the first two. So this is basically, I wasn't ready to take on more because I was still grappling with something that distracted me from my focus or got me to a mindset where it was a little bit of a struggle for me to stay on track. So forgive me. I was doing what I could to rebalance my life or take a little bit of time for myself after a difficult situation. I could have probably been a little bit more communicative about that. But to be honest, it was just kind of difficult for me to wrap my head around what had happened, for me to accept what had happened. So there's a life event or a decision, truth that came in, and just had the Hermit come out. And it made this person require just a little bit more time to themselves. They maybe needed to really listen to their intuition, and you can't really spend a lot of time paying close attention to your intuition when there's a bunch of people talking around you, right? Or if you're trying to have a serious conversation. So this Nine of Pentacles Hermit energy was taking time to think about what's going on, what their plan going forward would be. But I don't feel like they had any intentions to make this Empress in the reverse feel unwanted or rejected. Page of Cups in the reverse and the Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah, there's just a sense that in order to get what you want or be where you are, you have to pay a toll. You have to pay a price. There's maybe it's just as simple as when you change jobs or when you move, there are people you can't take with you, right? Friends that you have for a specific amount of time. For some of you, this is, I love having a family, but I miss having more time to myself. So I'm struggling with that, but I'm figuring it out. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the World in the reverse. This is really important, though, for this person to address, and I feel like they're taking it seriously. They're not trying to shove it under the rug or sweep it under the rug. They're not trying to be dismissive of whether or not this impacts their mood or how they're able to support or be kind to those around them. They're acknowledging that this is something that has to be dealt with. For some of you, this is somebody who had a child born and also had a family member pass away, like within a short period of time. It's a lot for them to process. Hierophant in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So even though there could be some impatience or wondering how long you have to wait before things change or before this person's more available, I do think that the Empress in the reverse finds a way to see things from the other perspective and give a little bit more time or a little bit more space to this Nine of Pentacles Hermit energy. Kind of just saying, like, on your time, I'll be here. You just let me know. And, I hope everything's okay. So I feel like there is a good conversation that happens eventually. It's just that it takes a while for somebody to work up the courage to start that conversation or find the time for it. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Upper Echelon. Hello, JT. It's possible it's not for you, but if it is, it should resonate. So we've got, I don't think I've seen this one yet. It's the snack card. The first word underneath snack is obsession, physical attraction, and sex appeal. I do feel like obsession is the main card here. Again, not everyone is dealing with a romantic situation, but there is somebody who is maybe a little bit unrealistic in their expectations or had a different view in terms of what pacing should look like. We've got turds, party animal, sex, drugs, alcohol, and surface pleasures. We could have somebody that is motivated to be moving through things a little bit faster. In other words, our Empress in the reverse might have a faster pace because they are more focused on short-term gratification, whereas the Nine of Pentacles might be more comfortable with, a slow burn. Receipts, evidence, guilty as charged and exposed with some like Titanic fingerprints. What are we guilty of? Playa. No, I speak Spanish, so I see this as playa because dude's literally on a beach, okay? Don't hate me. Hello, Illuminati. But this is playa because we're talking about playing the field, not looking to settle, and seeking options. So this could be some pervasive energy here, like I want to know if you're looking for something serious. I want to know if you have a roster. I want to know if you're talking to other people. I want to know what else is going on. Why aren't you available? That can sometimes be responsible for creating a divide between two people if somebody is displaying things that make it seem like they're insecure or they're jealous, and that somebody has to avoid conversations or tiptoe around the subject matter. So we could have a little bit of push and pull happening, right? One person's very independent, maybe a little bit more of a player, and another person might be trying to figure out, like, are you really being serious with me or are you entertaining others? And that question or that line of questioning could potentially get a little bit too much. If you can't trust somebody, if you have to ask them questions every day about what's on their phone or what they're getting into, then move on, my friend. There's somebody else out there who's trustworthy there, where you don't have to every day be chasing down information and details. Hello there, Realm of Bedlam. How are you doing? We have Privileged Lady number 12, False Person number 8, and Despair number 32. This kind of feels to me like we have somebody that could be overly independent or somebody that could be overly clingy because they dealt with somebody who was a player. Is this other person that they're dealing with a player? Is the Nine of Pentacles or is the Empress in the reverse? It could be either of them. But what I'm saying is I think we have two people who had different experiences and they might actually want to be happy together, but because they have had difficult experiences recently with their dating experience, they might kind of expect things to be not great, right? We've got to make sure that we're leveraging our discernment, not in a sense where we're always expecting people to be false, but where we're actually listening to the little indicators that suggest somebody is, maybe a little self-absorbed, or somebody is really generous and cool and authentic. So we've got adjudication and concern. It's like somebody's worried they made the wrong call. Maybe I assumed that you were a player and you're not, just because I was recently dealing with or broke up. That could be what this is that they were going through, right? So it's a question. How good do you feel about your intuition? How good do you feel about your discernment? Have you been fair? Are you maybe attributing some previous baggage to a new person? And it could, to answer your question, it could be either, but it's just sometimes we have to be realistic with ourselves about what has happened to us, how that colors our vision going forward. Are we seeing things in other people that are actually there, or are we seeing them because we just felt with that? It's like, there have been times where, I don't know, like I looked at a really bright light, maybe when I was driving at night and somebody had their brights on, right? And you get that like imprint from the light in your eye, like your view just doesn't sit right for a couple seconds. It has to kind of fade away. There's like a weird greenness. And, you know what I mean? Your eyesight has to adjust, right? This person was not necessarily adept at the radar for, ooh, this is a good person. They got real good at the radar for, ooh, this is a bad person. Ooh, I found another one. I found another trickster. I found another false person. Ding, 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 ding. What did I win? You got to be able to call them when they're good too, right? Am I saying that both of these people are good? No. I'm saying it could be. I'm saying these two both have a reason to expect people to not do right by them, and it's making it difficult for them to have this conversation about what do you want? What are you looking for? Who are you really? So discernment is a slow process here. I don't even know. And I don't even know if I'm describing it accurately, but when you have an absence of light and then you have a lot of light and then it goes back to dark, I don't know. I have really bad eyesight. I wear contacts. And if I wore glasses that had the regular thickness, I would be a certifiable nerd. Oh, you just making fun of me now? I mean, to be fair, I think it says gullible at the bottom of the screen, just to warn you all that I am. I'm not at all that cool. Although I will tell you this, I'm pretty dang proud of myself. I had lost my glasses in the move when I moved down here from Minnesota. And for a while, I just didn't have glasses, which sucks because it's way better for reading. And then I went online and I found you could, for like $20, get prescription glasses. Not really, but like close enough. And I was like, damn, that's like a lot less expensive than I would have thought. Hello, Lacey. How are you? Are you asking me if I'm a Pisces? Oh, I'm a Pisces. I think I've gone through there before, Jess. Oh, but yeah, these are glasses that are like a little bit not quite as good as I need them to be, but because they were available, I think it was on Amazon. I was like, sweet, $20. That'll do. So we've got community. There are friends or family members that are going to have a sharp take on this. They're going to see the situation for what it is. They might be telling you, hey, that person does really kind of seem like a player. Maybe you should just like give them some space. Or, hey, that person actually seems pretty decent. Are you maybe just not taking them at face value because of what just happened with your ex? There's somebody here in your community. I feel like they're older than you that poses a question that helps you realize maybe you need to take another look at what you're talking about. All right. To be honest, some days I get a little bit scared of this deck, but I'm going to use it anyways. It's called The Truth Is. Let's see what else we've got for you. I mean, I don't know. Whenever you try to convince somebody that you're not stupid, it doesn't seem to go well. Not that I'm saying that's what you're saying about me. All right, we've got rendezvous, engaging in secret sexual escapades. See why I'm scared of this deck? Starting over, fresh start after a period of tension. I don't know, man. This could literally be referring to somebody's past. It could be you have a fresh start with somebody new, but you keep thinking about what happened in this previous relationship or this person that you were talking to before. So don't be mixing up that energy, right? If it's somebody that you've already said goodbye to and you're attributing that energy to a new person, stop it. Just you stop it, okay? We've got both ways. Partner wants commitment and single life. This is our Nine of Pentacles energy. This person's trying to figure out what they really want. And again, they're struggling because they have this thing they need to heal from or this thing they need to deal with. It may be a little bit challenging in terms of this person's schedule. Do I have time to get to know somebody new? But there is a need for a conversation. We've got fear of loss. Fear of loss keeps you from loving and confined, feeling trapped in this connection. So the fear of loss probably mostly associated with our Nine of Pentacles energy, because this is the person who's still going through some sort of like healing, right? That might be more than what they want to be dealing with right now, right? If you have a certain amount of time that you can dedicate to emotional processing, they might already be at that quota dealing with this loss. But it also means that we have somebody that could feel trapped because of what they dealt with before. This is why it's so important to have some time to yourself between relationships. If you just dive right into a new relationship after another one ended, you don't have time to process what happened in that relationship, let it go, and then find out who you really are after learning those lessons before you embark on a new connection. So we could have somebody that's moving a little bit too quickly and not, taking on whatever those lessons are as they come. All right, we're going to get a few from the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Gosh, I wish I'd said that. Time to have a chat, my friends. Okay? Yes, I'd just like you to sit down real quick. We just gotta have a couple things to say. I want to get your opinions too. Hello there, Glenda. How are you? Hello, Gigi. Hello, Victoria. Happy Sunday to you also. And then we've got pay attention to the red flags. Are you the captain of the good ship Red Flag? Is that your thing? I hope you know who Dustin Pointer is. That could be a good crash course. But we've got somebody that is working on discernment. I've got to learn to see the red flags when they're there, but also not imagine them when they are not there, right? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, so don't let it get you down. It might seem a little bit challenging, but once you have a conversation about things, expectations, what works for you, all of that, then I think things get a little bit easier. Hello there, Corey. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Lacey? I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you for the likes and subscribes. If you need a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below, and I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.